client gets hit by somebody who drives right through a red light, leading to what at first don't appear to be major injuries. However, after she doesn't get better, an MRI reveals that she possibly needs surgery due to this negligent driver. I'm Shane Smith here with John Wheatley from Shanesmithlaw. Today we're going to talk about one of our client victories, TJ. John, tell me a little bit about TJ's case. What happened in it?
TJ is a middle-aged 46-year-old lady who was just minding her business, driving down the road through a green light, and the adverse driver came in and ran a red light and collided with her.
Did the insurance company fight over the red light issue? Because I know they sometimes do that.
Not in this case, but yeah, they do fight over red light issues, just timing with red lights. But in TJ's case, they accepted the liability right away.
Okay, what were TJ's injuries?
TJ's main injuries were injuries to her neck and her lower back. Both were pretty severe in nature. I wouldn't say one was worse than the other. She had a lot of pain. She never experienced pain like that, especially in her neck before. So it was primarily her neck and her lower back.
Okay, what kind of treatment did she ultimately have to get?
She ended up going and having an MRI, which revealed some disc bulges and herniations in both her neck and her lower back. She had some injections, which gave her temporary relief, but ultimately the orthopedic surgeon decided that surgery was likely going to be what she needed to find full relief.
Okay, did she get the surgery, or did she end up getting just a recommendation?
She got the recommendation for the surgery. Unfortunately, the surgeries were quite expensive that she needed because her injuries were so severe. And the insurance policy that we pursued, while it was large, wasn't that large. She also wanted to take some time to consider whether or not that was something she wanted to do. So she didn't end up having the surgeries, but I think she ultimately decided she was going to in the future.
Okay, so in other words, she's just trying to deal with it until it becomes unbearable, and then she's gonna, I guess, go have the surgery, I guess is what you're saying.
Yeah, and she wanted to make sure that her life was in order at time because of children and everything. It was hard to just take that large amount of time off.
Yeah, that I can see that. The stuff at the end of it, I guess, is what I'll say. All right. Ultimately, were you able to get a satisfactory recovery for the client in this matter?
Yeah, we were. We were able to get the full policy limits from the defendant's insurance policy, the $100,000 that was available, and because of her treatment and because of her dedication to doing what the doctors were saying, and it was a rather quick treatment, and medical bills did not pile up so high before we got to the point where we realized that surgery might be an option. So she was able to recover a large amount of that $100,000 without the medical bills really cutting into it too much.
Okay, that sounds like a great. How did she feel about the resolution?
I think she was very happy with it. We got her a large sum of money for her to use in this time where she's trying to figure things out, and also the diagnosis that she has some peace of mind with knowing what her aches and pains are, even though she didn't ultimately obtain the surgery.
Okay, so so she doesn't have to wonder, is it just in her head? Is it something that's not really there? Now she knows, she's got the diagnosis, she's got the likelihood in the future of what she's going to need, so she knows what's going on, basically.
Exactly.
All right. Is there anything you learned in this particular case you're going to use going forward to help future clients, or anything else you would take away from this case?
I would say that you never really know what or how bad your injuries are until you have MRIs and test the waters with some medical procedures that are aimed at helping alleviate pain. And in this case, it was very streamlined, and the client was so good about getting to appointments and not delaying appointments that it allowed the process to be quick, even though it was kind of medically complicated.
All right, that sounds wonderful. This is another client victory from John Wheatley from Shanesmithlaw. If you have any questions, hit like and subscribe down below, or add your question in the comment, and we'll try to get back with you. This is Shane Smith from Shanesmithlaw. Thanks again.
980999999. 9809999. Shanesmithlaw. In pain, call Shane.